Hey Saggies, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Saggies. Okay, y'all have the empty room and the tear and the vessel, the seed and the unseen, the flame, the ocean, the starborn, and the shapeshifter. Well, okay. Saggies. I mean, the tear in the empty room and the vessel, I feel like there is an idea of, because the vessel is like build it or break it, right? Like, do I build it or do I break it? And I feel like the empty room is like sitting back and saying like, can I fix this? And I feel like the tear is the idea of like, I don't know if I can. But sometimes I just feel like we need a good cry. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta let those feels out and start again another day. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we just gotta feel our feels, and that's okay. And I feel like you are just like stepping to the side and feeling your feels for a minute because you don't know which way you want to go. Because I feel like the way that you want to go requires you to be something different. And I feel like there's a part of you that feels like, can I just put the old me back together again? And it's like, no, baby. That's growth. That's change. That's the evolution of self. And life's a journey, right? It's a long one. But I almost feel like this sense of sadness is the very thing that waters the seed within you. You know, like it's been a dry season because you haven't allowed yourself to really engage with that emotion. And sometimes when you're in the middle of things, you can't emotionally process. It's how people become so stunted emotionally, because they get thrown in and then they have to survive and deal and figure this out and figure that out. And they don't have any time to just have peace, to just breathe, to just feel. And I feel like you've just been going, doing, da, 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 da. And I almost feel like you stop. And when you stop, you feel. But when you feel, you find that like it's such a blessing. Sorry, I'm like, my pant leg is stuck. It's such a blessing because I almost feel like this cleansing of vision, a cleansing of sight, you know, like your third eye. I mean, the unseen is like dreams and aberrations and otherworldly experiences, but I almost feel like this point of isolation and this sadness offers you like the hydration that you need to like see what it is that you really like, clearing out of something. And I almost feel like, and when it's cleared out and when you see, it feels like you're drawn toward this new version of yourself. And I think that this new version of yourself offers you a lot more balance than you had previously had, because you wanted to just fix all of the old things. I just want to fix can I just fix the old me? And it's like, well, that's not what evolution and growth looks like, right? I mean, if you got the starborn and like the baby chick does not grow up to be, you know, like a baby chick. It grows up to be a chicken. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like you're growing, you're changing, and you have to allow for that to occur, and you have to allow for yourself the opportunity to understand what that means so that you can embrace this new endeavor that you're going on. Okay, Saggies. Let's see what else we can get for y'all. The Hierophant and the Nine of Cups, Six of Wands, some cards I can't see yet, Four of Wands, Page of Swords. Yeah, I mean, really and truly, that like, can I just fix the old me? And it's kind of like, no, it's time for you to take, you know, all of the good of the you that is and head into the new that is you, you know? And I feel like you're getting an opportunity to really, to be swept up in something. Step up and into. Whether you're getting a job offer, I don't know. I just feel like there's something that you feel like this is, I don't know. I just feel like this sense of following your spirit, but with like a knowledge and an understanding. Okay, let's do clarifiers. More. Saggies. Sorry. I just sing to myself. Always. Okay. The Queen of Swords, death, life renewed, 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups, King of Wands, 3 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the Hierophant. I mean, the Emperor. Well, I mean, there's definitely a big decision that's being made, but it's a decision that feels like, again, it's founded on like a solid sense of knowledge that is really like, I feel like on the edge of this end comes this level of truth and understanding that offers you a sense of newness. I kind of want to say that it's like, it's that call that I never thought that I just feel like I always waited for this call, but I never got it. And while I was waiting, I just kept telling myself, when things are good, they're good. When things are bad, they're bad, but nothing's ever all one thing or another. And I feel like you felt exhausted by that, right? I just want to go back to like the cow running away from the storm, and in running away from the storm, you're always caught in the storm. And I feel like, you know, like you stopped and it rained down, but it left you with a solid decision. I mean, you've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords, you know, like the 3 of Cups. I just feel like there's a decision that's being made that feels like it's bringing you back to life, but it's a solid decision. It's a sound decision. I feel like you feel confident in this decision. Whatever this decision is for you, I feel like it's a decision that you've been waiting to make, holding on, you know, in the meantime, I think at times thinking it was just never going to come. It was never going to end. It was never going to happen. But I think while feeling that way, keeping yourself so busy that you couldn't deal with that emotion. And now you're finding yourself not as busy and having to deal with the emotion. The 4 of Swords and the 7 of Wands, but I feel like a lot of it is like these internal battles, you know, and it's just kind of like, well, I don't want to have to deal with those internal battles. I don't want to have to, I feel like if I deal with my own internal battles, I'll have to take on other people's battles. And if I have to take on other people's battles, I don't think I can make it. I feel like I'm barely making it now. I don't know. I just think of like, I don't feel like that's a very good example because I was thinking of weights, but it's like weights, like you can't just go lift 300 pounds. You gotta build some strength. You gotta get to where it is that you need to be. You have to gain understanding. You have to gain empathy. You have to build up to that. And I feel like even though you weren't dealing, you were still building. And it's like, okay, you've built, but now you're being faced with a point in time where you have to deal, you know? And I just kind of feel like it's something, it's like whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's something that you've been putting off. Can I just fix the old me? And maybe that's what you were putting off the change because you were busy, you know, trying to fix the old you, but the old you was a whole lot of battles and a whole lot of, you know, and it's like, but that's not the real me, right? Oh my gracious. Okay, we had the Temple, the Shaman, the Gym, the Healer, and the Creator. Well, again, whatever this was that you were worshiping, whatever this is that you were honoring, whether it's just like a period in your life. I don't know. I think of this guy that I worked with one time, and we worked with a lot of people who were, you know, like in their 20s, and we were both, you know, like in our 30s and had been in sales for a long time. And, you know, so we would have conversations, but he had this like glory days mentality, you know, and he like glorified like, oh, being in your 20s is the greatest, and that's, you know, that's when you're in the prime of your life. And I don't know, and I look at people in their 20s and I'm like, that is not the prime of your life. You've got a whole life ahead of you. You know what I mean? So we had a really different perspective on it, but I feel like it's that perspective of, oh, like, that's my glory, and those are the best, that's the best it was ever going to be, and can I just fix that? And it's like, no. No, you need to let it go. You need to stop glorifying something that can be it was like, it's a beautiful phase of life. Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy it, live it up, like experience it, but like, don't hold on to it like it's your glory days. Like that's like your plateau, and like it's all downhill from there. Like, whoo, you know, you don't want to be in that mentality. And you have to bring healing to that. You have to bring healing to your idea of value, because what you were valuing was something that you were trying to hold on to, instead of valuing what it is that you can be and all that it is that you can do. And I love that for you. I hope that this resonates. If it does, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.